What up, guys? Your boy Quake and Machine Gun Kelly. There is a new, well, not a new song, but a new leak from a song that came out in 2024. And in this leak, there is a part where Machine Gun Kelly decides to diss Eminem. But apparently, and this is according to Machine Gun Kelly, he released the full song and there is no alternate version. So it has people speculating, is this AI or not? Based off what I can tell, it is not AI. I mean, it sounds, the flow is exactly the same. The type of bars Machine Gun Kelly would spit is really there. I mean, it's hard to find the exact instrumental and get the exact voice to match the rest of the song. So to me, it doesn't sound like AI, but I can't play the record here in this video because of copyright. They've shut down like every post of this song, rightfully so, because, you know, it's a leak. It's not supposed to be out there, whatever. But this version, towards the end of this track, which is titled El Pistolero, which is off this Hotel Diablo, I think, project that Machine Gun Kelly had out. So that song came out in 2024. But this leaked version, towards the end, Machine Gun Kelly is dissing Eminem. So let's go over those bars, and I'm going to talk about potentially why Machine Gun Kelly went at him. And it's pretty clear because Eminem has been going at him for quite some time, just responding to him or just, you know, sending funny, you know, subliminal shots or direct shots at him. So let's go over the bars of the end of this track first. Towards the end of the track, this is what Machine Gun Kelly says in the song. I committed lyrical homicide, you decide. Just look at the name of his album and he's the one telling you. Don't make me clean out the closet and bring out the shovel. I seen all the subliminals, fuck that, I don't keep it subtle. All the songs he was dissing me on, I tried to let it settle. I don't worship the devil. That's just what they say when you get on this level. Obviously clear as day. I mean, with the bars saying, I committed lyrical homicide, you decide, just look at the name of his album and he's the one tell you. You know, Eminem's last album, The Death of Slim Shady, meaning, you know, he's dead, he's gone. So he's saying he committed lyrical homicide, he destroyed him, and Eminem is telling you himself that he destroyed him. That's what he's saying. Don't make me clean out the closet. Obviously, wordplay on Eminem's Clean Out the Closet track. And then bringing out the shovel, which is the rap devil. He mentions the shovel stuff on there. Then he says, I seen all the subliminals. So Eminem, you know, after Kamikaze, which was in 2018, that was when the beef actually happened. After that, Eminem released Music to Be Murdered By. And on there, on a couple of tracks, he did diss Machine Gun Kelly. And then even on The Death of Slim Shady, he ended up dissing Machine Gun Kelly again. And there really weren't subliminals. I mean, he was mentioning his name pretty much on every single track that he was dissing him on. He said, I don't keep it subtle. All the songs he was dissing me on, I try to let it settle. So he's basically saying, I heard all the Eminem disses that he was sending towards me. I didn't want to entertain them. But since he keeps going at me, you know, I'm going to say something. But the interesting thing is, you know, this song wasn't released. It wasn't intended to be out there. So clearly he had recorded this version and then was like, you know what, I'm going to take this end portion out and let me redo it. And the actual final version that's out there doesn't have any of this. So a fan ended up tweeting somebody that actually posted it online and said, so out of nowhere, someone shows up with a supposedly deleted excerpt from El Pistolero. I don't know how to pronounce that song name. Why would an EST think it's a good idea to leak something that he decided not to drop? Even worse if it's AI. Does he really need his own fans to attract hate towards him right now? And Machine Gun Kelly responded saying, everything I recorded on that song was released. What deleted excerpt are you talking about? Well, you know, what's interesting is like artists, and a lot of artists do this. It's not just Machine Gun Kelly. It is a lot of artists. They will deny leaks that come out. Now they can say, because of technology, they can say it's AI. So there's a real new way of getting out of like, hey, I'm dissing this guy or whatever. You can just say it's AI and it's not real. And then majority of people will believe it, unfortunately. Artists back then would just deny it and say that, hey, this is, you know, not supposed to be out. This was what I was feeling at the time, you know, or they just won't address it at all. Like Kendrick Lamar's Element, that original version of that was him like sending shots at French Montana, Jay Electronica, Drake, you know, so, you know, there's artists that will completely just, you know, if we're going way, way back, 50 Cent on the Back Down, the original version. I remember when it was first mentioned by an interviewer that heard the song back in 2003 when, you know, 50 was doing his Give It Your Die Trying promo run. You know, they denied it, said, hey, that never existed, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, 20 years later, when I did the Give It Your Die Trying documentary, they brought it up and said it's real. At least Sha Money did. So artists will deny it just because, you know, you can take things back if like Eminem goes hard at him, he can say, "Oh, that wasn't intended to be out. Why is he going at me?" Or whatever the case may be, But I think it's entertaining. I think Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly was an entertaining battle. It had a lot of people talking. It made hip hop interesting. Same with Drake versus Kendrick. As long as it doesn't actually get violent, I'm all for battling, man. That's what hip hop's about. Eminem over the years has gone at Machine Gun Kelly though, so Machine Gun Kelly is not wrong for dissing him or essentially responding to him because Eminem has taken shots at him as the albums have come out. On Unaccommodating off Music to Be Murdered By, he says, "But when they ask me, is the war finished with MGK? Of course it is. I cleanse him of his mortal sins. I'm God, and the Lord forgives even the devil worshippers." So this is where Machine Gun Kelly's responding to him in that leaked verse, saying, "I'm not a devil worshiper." And then, "I'm moving on, but your scruples are gone when you're born with Lucifer's horns." And then on Yeah, Yeah, the track, he says, "I'm a sight to see, but you can see from the ring I'm wearing. Me in this game, we got married already. Had a prenup ready on her. Should have seen her belly. She barely was 3 months pregnant. Had it, gave me a baby. We named it Machine Gun Kelly." So as you can see, direct shots. Mentioning his name full blast. And then on No Regrets, he says, "For some adversaries, I carry big guns. Some targets, I'll get the kill shot," which is the kill shot diss track towards Machine Gun Kelly. And he says, "Some, I just barely nicked them," which is a Nick Cannon, Machine Gun Kelly, both diss. And then later on that track, he says, "They talk about my daughters, hoping I fly off the handle because my first thought is to trample and write 1,000 bars, but sometimes it's like dropping an anvil on a house of cards or Godzilla squashing a crouton with combat boots on or dropping a goddamn nuke bomb on top of an anthill. I'm screaming out no regrets, can't do it, nah." So yeah, he's just, going at Machine Gun Kelly there saying, "Don't mention my daughter because I just go crazy." So from there, he actually disses him then also on the death of Slim Shady. On the death of Slim Shady on the track Bad One, he says this, "Gotta keep going Tyson on Kelly. I bodied him twice and already the little motherfucker's back throwing subs like what? Like a food fight at the deli." And I'm sure there are subliminals from Machine Gun Kelly as well. These two are going to be sending subliminals or direct shots at each other for forever, as long as they're not cool. I think Jelly Roll recently said he wants to try to get them, together to actually be cool with each other, which I think, I don't know, man, it would be kind of cool to have them both on the same track. I think, a lot of people give Machine Gun Kelly slack for going the rock route or whatever, the pop rock route, but he had major success there. So he's been jumping before, back and forth with rap and rock. But I would also like a battle as well. Another battle against Starting Up Again. I think that would be interesting. I think we didn't get enough. Like at least with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, we got like 4, 5, 6 diss tracks back and forth. With Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, we got essentially 3. Eminem did the Not Alike record on Kamikaze. Machine Gun Kelly did Rap Devil. Then Eminem did Kill Shot, and that's it. After that, it was pretty much ended, which was unfortunate. I think they could have kept going for at least a couple more diss tracks to really decide, what's going on and who people think is the winner of the whole thing, right? Regardless, I think this leak shows that Machine Gun Kelly still wants to, battle with him in some sort of way, but he's also hiding it, which is not cool. I think a leak like that coming out is probably from his team. It's probably a calculated leak because a lot of artists will leak records just to test out things and see how people are reacting. And if the reaction isn't good, then people will be like, the rapper now can really have an out and be like, "Oh, it's AI, it's nothing, it's just a record that people are faking and making, stuff like that," which is unfortunate in today's time, but that's what we're dealing with. So let me know what you guys think in terms of, do you guys want to see this battle again? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me know in the comments. That's it for today's video. If you guys want to support this channel further, you can do so at patreon.com/diverse mentality. For just $3 a month, you can get my videos uncut and raw the way I intended them to be, but couldn't because of YouTube. Plus, you also get access to our Discord community where we have a great community talking about hip hop and various other things. It's very dope. So only $3 a month. I'd really appreciate the support. Also follow us on social media at QuakeGW and at Diverse Mentality. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.